Namaste, my yogi friends. Today I have a instructional video to give you some ideas of how to supplement your yoga practice with props. And today the prop that I'm focusing on is our sandbags, our weighted bags. And these are really cool because, especially now, where in our yoga practice, instructors aren't, manipulating the body. They're not able to press down and help you kind of ease and really like surrender into the pose. So the sandbag mimics that human touch. And I think if you have a sandbag in your practice, you'll find it really rewarding. So I'm going to show you a few poses that you can use to supplement the practice, and also how you can incorporate it into your Savasana to really enhance the experience. So grab your bag and let's get on the mat. So sandbags, they vary in weight and anywhere from probably 5 to 10 pounds. And a couple of my favorite ways of using them will be with our single leg extension. If you have a sandbag, you can place it on that bent leg to really help ease it down. This can enhance the stretch, really allow you to surrender, and then fold forward over that extended leg. You may want to, if you have a blanket, you can also prop up a blanket or pillow underneath that bent leg and then add your sandbag. That way, if it's not able to touch the ground quite yet, you're still supported on both sides, that downward pressure and that support underneath, to then allow yourself to surrender into the pose. You can switch your legs. And if you have two bags, you can also utilize the same technique for our butterfly pose or cobbler's pose, where now you put sandbags on either leg, have that downward pressure, that comfort, that touch pressing down, and then forward fold in whatever capacity feels right for you. Maybe keeping the heart open, walking the fingertips forward, but just allows the legs to stay anchored down when they may have a tendency to want to come up. You can also use these for strengthening in this pose, where you can do some lifts up and down, up and down. And then allow yourself to relax. Just kind of a fun way to help strengthen and lengthen. Another fun one is in our child's pose. You can use this one. And depending on your shoulder flexibility, you may need a partner to help you place it on your back. But lengthen, even out the sand in the bag so it's not all accumulated on one end. And then place it on your lower back, your sacrum. And then allow yourself to walk into the pose. Walk your hands out into the pose. And then you can really hang out here for as long as you need. Again, in your child's pose variation, maybe you have the knees wide, toes touching back behind you, big toes. Allow the hips to sink back. And again, this is mimicking that human touch of someone being able to help you, gently guide you, soften into the pose. Always be mindful as you exit poses that utilize the sandbags. Oh, I forgot to mention, if your child's pose is pretty high up still, you can use a blanket behind you or a pillow, a bolster, and rest part of the sandbag on the blanket. To also give you that little bit of extra support or guidance to get into the pose. Another one of my favorites to use with the sandbags is going to be twists, supine twists, so on our back. So for this one, I will get the blanket out of the way so we can see a little bit better. Have my sandbag close by, roll down, extending my right leg out, hugging my left knee in, and then rotating over towards my right side. I can use this sandbag to also put some weight wherever it feels good. So maybe it's up high, like on the hip, and for me, the side hip, like that's where it feels most yummy. You can hang out here. Maybe it is down on, like the calf and knee area, hugging around. You can play around and explore your body and what feels good for you in these poses. And then for our Savasana, I thoroughly enjoy evening out the sandbag and just placing it on my my hips, the pelvic area, and it just really kind of hugs that root and sacral chakra, and then you can explore the experience and how it changes in your Savasana with that added weight, that added touch, that added comfort for yourself. If you have two sandbags, it may also be beneficial to place them on your shoulders. So part of the sandbag weight is on the ground, and the other, maybe half or so, is on your shoulders. And that allows the shoulders to open, the shoulders to relax, the shoulders to soften, to surrender, to anchor you down. So those are a few of my favorites. I hope you found this video helpful, and always kind of be mindful of emotions that come up in these poses, because when you are having that downward pressure down, be mindful of your body and any triggers that might come of it, and listen to what your body needs. So I want to thank you for listening along, and I hope you got some good information from this short video on using your yoga sandbag prop. Namaste.